But as it is written, eye hath not seen, nor ear heard, neither hath entered into the heart of man the things which God hath prepared for them that love him. But God hath revealed them unto us by his Spirit.
Psalms chapter 17, verse 15. As for me, I will behold thy face in righteousness. I shall be satisfied when I awake with thy likeness. Shalom Yasharala, peace Israel. Call Halayim La, Alahayinawa, Abanawa, Yahweh, Bahasham Yahushai, Bahasham Rakat. Dash, all praise to our power, our Father, Yahweh, in the name of the elder apostles and the elder bishops, great millstone. Peace and blessing to you hopeful elect out there. You brothers teaching this word in truth and in sincerity, okay? Yahweh Shai will make you elect like him. Yahweh Shai will make you hopeful elect out there just like him. He's gonna make you just like him, and he's gonna give you everything in due season. Okay? I'm reading the scripture again, and then I'll get another. Just gonna read two scriptures in the Psalms. Psalms chapter 17 and verse 15 again. As for me, and this is a Psalm of David, and we know King David was an Israelite. Or should I say he is an Israelite, okay? So this verse right here is only for the Israelites, beginning with the elect. Those are part of the house of David. Because King David himself, he wrote this. Psalm 17 and 15. As for me, I will behold thy face in righteousness, meaning you will behold this truth, okay? This truth is the Lord's face, his image. You're looking at his face in righteousness by you understanding this truth, okay? He opened up your mind to receive this word. You understand and believe in the true proper name of the Heavenly Father, Yahweh. You understand and believe in the true proper name of his beloved son, Yahweh Shai. You know that we're the Israelites, so-called blacks, Latinos, Hispanics, and Native Americans. You understand this truth. So you're beholding his face in righteousness, meaning you're understanding these scriptures. I shall be satisfied when I awake with thy likeness, meaning when you're changed. When Yahweh Shai returns to this earth, he's gonna quicken you. He's gonna give you life. When you receive that new body, it's like you're waking up for the first time. Totally refreshed, totally renewed, totally rejuvenated. A whole new world, a whole new life. That's how it's going to be when you receive that immortal body. You will be satisfied when you awake with his likeness, meaning you're going to be changed and you're going to be just like him. Because he is the perfect model. He is the archetype. So for you hopeful elect out there, you're being made into different versions of Yahweh Shai. When he returns to this planet Earth, he's going to make you just like him. First, he gave you this truth. You have his truth by way of his death and resurrection, because Yahweh Shai had to die for us to receive this truth, this word. So you're beholding his face by you looking at this word. So you see Yahweh Shai all the time. You see Yahweh Shai by way of this word because he is the word. He comes in a volume of the book. And the more you get into this book, the more you're becoming like his image spiritually. And when he returns to this earth, physically, you're going to be like him. Physically, you're going to be changed. And you're going to receive that new covenant. The law, statutes, and commandments will be in your mind. You're going to be programmed to do righteousness. Okay? You will have the law, statutes, and commandments downloaded within your brain. You're going to be satisfied when you awake with his likeness, meaning when he returns, he's going to beam you up, deliver you, and you're going to be just like him. And he's going to give you everything. He will give you everything, man, because he himself received everything. Now, this is Psalms chapter 16, beginning at verse 9. Therefore, my heart is glad. Now, this is Yahweh Shai speaking in the spirit. Now, these are Psalms written by our beloved King David. But a lot of these Psalms, you hear Yahweh.
All right. Shalom. First and foremost, I would like to give all praise and glory unto Yahweh Bahashem, Yahweh Shah Bahashem Kakadash, and double honors unto the apostles and the elders of GMS who rule well, teach well, being great examples towards younger brothers. And peace and blessing and salutation to the hopeful lake out there pushing his word and truth and in sincerity across the four winds in the name of Yahweh Bashem Al Shah, pushing to get up out of here. Shalom to the hopeful elect, the believers, the listeners whom have came back to the obedience of the scriptures through faith in Yahweh Bashem Al Shah. All right. And what I want to get into this morning, dealing with morning news and prophecy, Salaki is life under E. Okay, life under E. All right, life under Esau Edom. Okay, and what the earth, is experiencing, is the nature, the true nature of Esau Edom. Okay, and this man has ran this thing we call life onto the ground. Okay, the life experience on the Esau, has the whole world crying out. You see, throughout the world, because you look in third world countries. Well, third world countries exist because of the rulership of Esau Edom. Extreme poverty, extreme violence, extremely undeveloped, war-torn. Well, that's because of Esau. Okay, and then you get over here to the Americas, where people are experiencing, psychological warfare, poison in the food, poison in the health system, medicines, toxic, just constantly gaslighting, crime, scams, you see, uncertainties, and all this is life under E. Animals, going extinct, dying off. Okay. All this is under Esau Edom. This is life under E. And we can't say it enough. Every complaint, that you can have on the planet Earth is rooted back in this man's rulership. Okay, the source of every complaint, is rooted in the rulership of Esau Edom. Okay, from countries being divided to houses being divided. All right, it all results back to Esau Edom, man. Okay, and the earth is crying out, against a wicked ruler, and there was the prophets, the Lord raised up the prophets to be at the forefront, of this cry against Esau, and they complain about the system and the way things are. But see, the prophets let you identify, through the spirit of Yahweh Shem Al Shai, the prophets identify the culprit in this Esau Edom, the so-called white man. Mainly who? The elite. Amalek. That's the mastermind of this wicked system. Now, I want to go here. I want to get this in the GNT, and I have a video. I'm quite sure a lot of you brothers and sisters have already seen it on the beloved Elder Shaquat channel, GMS Dedication. All right. And people are just, complaining. It's a compilation of complaints, but see, they notice something different, man. You see, it's like people are being, disenchanted. And one thing about it, people are being disenchanted, but see, they still don't have the truth. They still don't have a comforter. Which we'll get that. But this is the book of Isaiah 20, 24:4, and this is in the GNT. We always get it, but I'm gonna read in the GNT. It says the earth dries up and withers, the whole earth grows weak, both earth and sky decay. All right, and under this man's rulership, the earth itself, all right, has become weaker. It doesn't give it strength. The foods don't have the nutrients, especially here in America. See, everything is amplified here in America, man. This man's rulership, it weakens the whole earth, but it's amplified here in America, man. This the belly of the beast, man. This is the most concentrated place of wickedness and defilement on the planet Earth. Okay? It said the earth dries up and withers, the whole world grows weak, both earth and sky decay. The people have defiled the earth by breaking the Most High's laws and by violating the covenant he made to last forever. Okay? Because when you go into the laws are meant to govern immortality, man. That's why scripture referred to as the law of life. Okay, when you go into the law, which is the wisdom of the Most High, it's meant to regulate and be guardrails, okay, for eternity, man, to forward life forever. The earth would never go into decay under the law, statutes, and commandments. And the earth will run forever efficiently under those laws. You see, and this is the things that we're coming to understanding, especially as the sons of God. Which is our responsibility to run the earth by those laws, man. And this is what we're awakening to, man. This is what we're realizing. We're realizing, all right, what the Heavenly Father has been trying to get us to understand, beginning with his sons. You see? But the earth was meant to run by those laws, statutes, and commandments, and we can't keep them today. And that's why, there's a thirst, okay, for righteousness, man. If a brother can post that, I think that Matthew 5:5, So the Lord put us in this captivity, all right, under this goddamn devil, okay, who completely rebels against the laws of Yahweh Shema Shai. And it was a lesson for us, man. It created a thirst for righteousness, man. You see, and above the perks that come with the kingdom, man, just to see the earth being ran how it's supposed to be, man, seeing creation really flourish according to the wisdom of Yahweh by Shema Shai, man, that's something to look forward to. Okay, because under this devil, okay, everything is suffering. Everyone and everything is suffering, man. All right. Now, to read on, it says, verse 6 said, the Most High has pronounced a curse on the earth. Its people are paying for what they've done. Fewer and fewer remain alive. So what we have to understand, this is a punishment that's coming to the earth, man. You see, Esau, Edom set people up for failure. Okay? He put people in the all-out rebellion, and he dressed it up as something cute, fun, the way to be, transcendent, progressive, all these liberty, equality. He put all these words around the rebellion. Okay? Ultimately, it's just a rebellion against the Most High, and the earth is being punished. We go into a lot of, different things on this channel. Okay? But to sum it up, man, Esau, Edom, okay, has set the earth up for failure, man. People are being punished by following this nigga, man. And that's why we got to be thankful that the Lord pulled us out of this darkness, man, and brought us into the light. Okay, because we was once in this darkness, man. Okay, and where would we be today if the Lord hadn't, pulled us out of the darkness through the preaching of his word, man, which was made possible by the sacrifice of Yahweh Shai, man. Okay, Yahweh Shai, what he did is set us up to have a victory over this, man. Okay, because people are really, this man has done a major psychological operation on the masses, man. Okay, the masses, all right, are highly damaged, all right, by this psyop, continual psyops of the devil. You see? So, reading on, it says, the grapevine withers and wine is becoming scarce. Everyone who was once happy is now sad. Okay? Because, your wine harvest, okay, when you get that new wine harvest, man, okay, There was a thing of mirth, you know, when your grapes will harvest, okay, then you will be able to tap into your reserves because you got, you know, you just bottled, okay, your new harvest. Okay, so that means you're able to kind of let loose with your reserves from last year. You can kind of, you know, let your hair back a little bit. Okay, but if them grapes don't come, you know, you will have to kind of ration out the wine from last year. Okay, or you might have to go without. You see? So what the Lord is doing, He's drying up, okay, the mirth. Okay. It's the Lord that's doing this. Esau is a tool that's being used, but ultimately it's the Lord that's doing this, man. You know, and you people are being punished for following this devil, man. Okay. In this rebellion. It says in the joyful music of their harps and the drum has ceased, man. Okay, this party without a care spirit is ceasing, man. And when people do party, they're forcing it. You know, people are going in debt to try to keep the party going, man. Okay, the spirit, you know, of the joy, you know, the spirit of, okay, of being careless. You see, or kicking it, the non-stop, you know, kicking it. That's coming to a stop. The Lord is hitting. The Lord is hitting the brakes on this place, man. Okay, because this place is going to be judged, and this kingdom is going to be erased off the earth, man. All right, there's a transition. That's what these people are feeling. They're feeling that transition, man. Okay, and the spirit of the Lord, okay, is bearing down on the earth, man. Okay, so there's no more happy singing over wine. No one enjoys its taste anymore. Okay, and that also goes into this philosophy, the doctrines. Okay, it's also going into doctrines, man. Okay, you know, people are over, you know, Republican and Democrat. Okay, it don't benefit them no matter who's in office, man. Okay, the woman's, you know, she's crying about her poor decision making, being Miss Independent. These women talking about they're tired of being so strong, and okay, but that's all the wine of the devil. You see, so these things don't taste like they once was, man. You know, he hyped people up, you know, to live these lifestyles and glorified rebellion like it was the way to be. Okay, and it's done ran this course. Okay, the music fatigue, you know, people saying, you know, the rap fatigue. Everything is a fatigue. Black fatigue, rap fatigue, white fatigue. Everything is a fatigue, man. Okay, it's played out. You see, everything, you know, there was once, you know, the glory of this kingdom, people are tired of, man, because it was just death dressed up as life. Okay, it was chaos dressed up as order, as transcendent. Okay, it says in the city everything is in chaos, and people lock themselves in their houses for safety. You know, people are more isolated than ever. Okay, niggas be talking about the community. Ain't no community, man. Okay, ain't no goddamn community, man. Everybody hate each other, man. Everybody's faking. Okay, gossiping and, you know, backbiting, and you know, ain't no damn community, man. Okay, the only the real love is between the hopeful elect, man, the sincere brothers, you know, and the few sincere sisters, man. That's where the true love is at. Outside of that, man, you people hate each other, man. Okay, everybody's faking, man. Okay, it says, verse 11 said, "People shout in the streets because there is no more wine. Happiness is gone forever. It has been banished from the land." Yeah, so going back to wine being linked to mirth, you know. So we're seeing what we're finna see is people shout in the streets, man, which is in public, you know, which the internet is like into the streets as well. You know, and people are actually, you know, taking to the streets as people protest more now, you know, and all these different things. Okay. But yeah, man, the mirth is fleeting. Okay, and people are catching hell trying to force it. All right, so let's go to the video. And guess we'll play most of it. All right, and you brothers, feel free to add, precepts as you see fit. If we can get that Isaiah 30:3, Isaiah 30:3, what's that, Jeremiah 17:5, trusted in man, you know. So let's go here.
There's a theory going.
Yeah, so let's play this,
Going around that Americans are experiencing zoochosis.
Is it me, or this feels like the weirdest year in history for real, or in my existence? And I don't think it's because we older now. Something about this year specifically, energy is just so stale. It's just different than it's ever been.
So I'm not trying to scare anybody right now, but I think something flipped for all of us. I think there's been a massive shift in reality.
Anybody else just feel like completely weird right now? Like, I know things are weird. Time feel weird. I just posted a video and I was like watching it. I was like looking at myself and I was just like, is that me? Like, I don't even feel like me anymore. Something weird is going on. Like, time is not time. Time seems like I feel like I'm slipping in and out of time. And being within my body, I just don't like it. It doesn't really feel like we're actually here. This doesn't feel real. And I know we've talked about how things aren't real. We live in this weird simulation, but like I'm really starting to feel it.
The only one who peeped that the energy of the world it feel off right now. And I ain't just talking about no politics or talking about I'm talking about spiritually that feel off. Like something feel like spiritual attacks or some shit. It feel different right now. Like, and I know how to read energy and shit and knowing shit off. It's off right now.
Half of the United States workers says they're at a breaking point. Every other person you see is quietly crumbling.
Why is everything so boring right now? Like, I am so bored with everything.
People have been saying that it feels like the world that we once knew just vanished. It's like we went to sleep and woke up one day and nothing was the same.
Everything just feels empty. You wake up, you do the same stuff for the most part, and then when you do things that are supposed to be fun, it doesn't hit the same way like it used to.
And life ain't just life no more, man. This drives.
Humans are experiencing zoochosis. I 100% believe that. So zoochosis is basically a form of mental illness that animals get from being in a zoo, from having a repetitive lifestyle that is not natural to them. The government can solve hunger by simply planting fruit trees on the streets, but they refuse to do that because they engineer homelessness to teach you what happens if you fall out of line.
For example, there are a lot of people right now who are talking like this.
You realize everything is fake, from the TV to the politicians to the jobs to the money to the power to the government to literally everything that's out there. It's all fake, and it's all a system rigged against us, and it's all fake. The medicine, the agriculture, the school system, literally everything is all fake.
Hell, even this reality has completely changed in some way, shape, or form. It's like the planet had hit pause, and when it restarted, everything had been switched. And nobody can really put into words what's happened or what is currently happening. So I'm going to let this guy over here explain what he feels like is going on.
But I see where a lot of people have been talking about the same topic, about how their life, this is what they're saying in the comment section, that their life doesn't feel the same to them anymore. Kind of like they're half in this world and half out of this world. And I just want you guys to know, for the ones that feel that way, that you're not alone, because I feel that way every single day. Every single day, I no longer feel like the person I once was. And it's almost like I don't even recognize life anymore. I mean, here I've been on this planet for 54 years, but this world feels so foreign to me. And ever since COVID, it seemed like we went through some kind of like time shift, and it just seems like everything is happening so much faster now. I know that things go faster as you get older. I understand that, but I'm not talking about that kind of thing. It seems like everything is in like extreme fast forward. The days fly by. There just seems like there isn't enough time to even get 2 things done in a day. 2 things before it's time to go to bed. It's like, Jesus, I didn't even have time to do 2 things. I have been trying to convey in a video what I'm talking about, and I'm not able to do it, you guys. I'm just not able to put my finger on it. How in the hell did we go from what we remember the world being like to this? How did it come to this?
And real quick, and this is all the results of psychological, warfare by the devil, man. People are they're and it's so much, we just try to keep it simple, okay? Even before 2020, which we know we'll get into the juice a little bit, but even before 2020, there was just always this psychological damage. I mean, these psychological operations being done that psychologically damage the people. Okay, so well, matter of fact, let's go into what a psyop is. Okay, because this is the results of heavy psyops. All right, done on the masses, man. Okay, by the devil. People have been overstimulated. That's why everybody's bored, because they're out of touch with nature. People are overstimulated. Short attention spans. You see, there's neurological damage that this devil has done with this technology. Okay, that can't be undone. Okay, people are overstimulated. They can't go back to normal. You see, people live in a synthetic, fake world. They've been removed from purpose. Okay, nothing is functioning like it's supposed to, just like he said, like an animal, okay, in the zoo. That's not his natural setting. Okay, that's why I don't even want to go to a zoo anymore. The way the animals look, okay, in the zoo, okay, it's depressing, man. And this man has put cages, he's put everyone in the cage, man. Okay, and it's a digital cage for the masses, especially over here in the West. People are in the digital cage. They're addicted to social media, addicted to their phones, addicted to the dopamines that come from likes, and to where their life is designed around going viral. Okay, people are obsessed with going viral. That's not natural. Humans ain't supposed to be living to go viral on the internet. That's very unnatural, man. Okay, but this man has done so many repeated psyops, okay, on the masses, till they can't explain what's been done to them. And see, the Lord has us on the outside looking in. That's why we have to be privileged. Okay, we should consider ourselves privileged. All right, and we still deal with certain things that we have to shake out of. Certain things we have to cut off, and but through the Holy Spirit, all right, the Lord has it to where we're not affected like this, man. We in the midst of this, certain things affect us, and we have to make the adjustment. But see, we have the Spirit dealing with us. That's why we have a body. That's why we have a body. And see, under Yahweh Shah, we're being healed. See, these people are just getting worse. Okay, brother can get that in Matthew 9 and 12. Okay, so let's get this precept real quick. This is brother Israelites United one last time. Proverbs 29:2. When the righteous are in authority, the people rejoice. But when the wicked bear rule, the people mourn. And this is just like under Esau, man. Okay, everything that they're talking about, there's one culprit in the midst of all this, man. Okay, and that's Esau Edom. Let's get this real quick. All right, Israelites United one last time. This is Isaiah 33. Therefore shall the strength of Pharaoh be your shame, and the trust in the shadow of Egypt your confusion. Okay, so you people that trusted in this system, you leaned into this system, this is all you know. Okay, you trusted in this man, you're voting, this independent woman, you're gonna be this entrepreneur, you're gonna be this street nigga, you're gonna be all these things, and now, okay, you're confused, you don't know what's going on. Okay, you think you're in the best country in the world, you think that it don't get no better, and the government is just, you know, all for you, and you know, you're not working hard enough, and all this gaslighting, and you know, okay, now you're just confused. You know, you was told to do this and this, and you'll be okay. Then you do that and that, and you're not okay. Okay, now everything is uncertain. Okay, you know, took the juice. Okay, so now you're confused. All right. So let's go into this, what is psyops here. I said, what is a psyops, and could it be used to control and cause damage to the masses? Okay, it says psyops is short for psychological operations at a high level. It means efforts to influence how people think, feel, or behave by shaping information, messages, or perceptions. What psyops are, in simple terms, they are communication, words, images, symbols, and stories, man. And what does he use? Media, music, now social media. Okay, people think, you know, they think of the relationship between the man and the woman is what they see on the timeline. Okay, it's not, it's no more, because see, people got so much access to other people. Okay, it ain't supposed to be like that. Your perception of a relationship, you're supposed to see your grandparents, your grandfather out doing things, your grandmother doing womanly things, your grandfather doing manly things, your mother, your father and mother, you know, there you seeing them in their role. So you're seeing two generations of, okay, of order, and you're coming up under that. Okay, but this devil, you look at, and it's just an example, you look at a relationship, man and woman, is what you see on social media. Okay, the toxic, okay, fake, okay, narrative of what a relationship is on social media. You see, people ain't being developed anymore. Okay, this man has did some heavy neurological damage to the masses, man, and it's coming to a head. Okay, and that's why when these certain vices are taken away, people are going to lose it, man. It says the goal is to influence attitudes, all right, and decisions. They are most commonly associated with governments or military, especially during conflict. And your government is at war with you, man. Okay, that's what you people don't understand. Your government is at an all-out war with you, man. Okay, and it says, because psyops, all right, could be used to control or harm large groups. Yes, influence campaigns can cause harm. Okay, it says misinformation and disinformation, spreading fear or confusion, polarization where groups are pushed to distrust or hate each other, manipulation of emotions, fear, anger, pride to drive behavior, erosion of trust in institutions, science, or each other. That said, control, let me see. It says people, let me see. It said people already feel afraid, angry, or uncertain. All right, information is repeated a lot. Okay, while you hear the same thing in loop. Okay, it says sources appear trustworthy. Critical thinking is discouraged. Okay. It said the ethical line is drawn when influence is deceptive, coercive, designed to harm or destabilize, hidden from the audience, man. And this is what this man does to the masses, man. Okay, this is what's been done to the masses on a high level and continually being done. Okay, certain news and certain things that he allows, okay, what he calls to leak into. No, it's a psyops, man. You know, the Epstein files and then the Diddy cases, all the psyops, man. He's pulling you all over the place, man. Okay, he's, you know, you keep hearing these announcements of these massive layoffs, and now you like, damn. Now you at work all day trying to figure out, you know, is your job going to be replaced by AI? You see, the price of everything is going up. Homelessness is on. Okay, And just no uncertainty, man. And then he has people off their purpose, man. You know, no one's tapped into their purpose of how they was made. Okay, in this false synthetic society, man. Okay? A woman is not supposed to be, okay, at a desk all goddamn day. Okay, answering phones. Okay? That's not natural. You see? A man, you know, got men working these jobs where they completely out of their nature, man. You know, a man doing a call service job and whatever, man. Men and women have just been ripped from their nature and thrown into this synthetic, okay, Esau's corporate digital system, man. That's unnatural. Okay, people have been removed from having skills, actual skills. Okay, to where everyone just so dependent on this nigga for everything. All that plays a part into the depression, okay, that people are feeling, man. Okay, the anxiety that people are feeling, man. Okay, and this man has just grinded. Okay, he's just grinding people into the ground. Okay, so let's get this precept and then we'll go back to the video. This is Matthew 9:12. It says, but when Yahushua heard that, he said unto them, they that be whole need not a physician, but they that are sick, man. Okay, so the elect, we came up, all right, and we was affected by, we was affected by these psyops and enchantments, but through Yahushua, we're beginning the healing process, man. You see, this is beyond the therapy of this world. See, the therapy of this world, okay, the therapy of this world doesn't heal, okay, liken unto Yahushua. All right, because Yahushua, he taps into the spirit, and then the source of the problem is called out. You see, you go to therapy in this world, your therapy is depressed. Your therapist is depressed. Okay, they're in the same cage with you. You see, but Yahushua, it separates us from this world, man. Okay. And there's just so much that this devil has done, man. Like the brother said, people work 30 years full time for nothing. And then even this whole 40-hour work week, man. Going back to Henry Ford, man, these things are not normal, man. People didn't destroy themselves working, man. You did the task that needed to be done for that day. Okay? You ain't say I'm gonna work 9 hours. See, that's off, man. Really, that's off. You do what you gotta do, but I'm just saying it's off. How you gotta set up when you're working 10, 11 hours. No, you're supposed to handle tasks that need to be done. Then daily you was able to, enjoy the work of your hands. Some days were harder than others, longer than others, man. But this set, 40-hour work week and overtime and all this off, man. The earth is just out of course, it's out of whack, man. Okay? But the elect are being healed through Yahushua. So let's play this some more.
Nobody wants to do anything anymore. Nobody wants to get together anymore. Give a damn about anything. Nobody cares. What the hell happened to life? What the hell happened to this world? What the hell happened to people?
What the hell is going on? Everything feels weird.
Nothing feels the same.
It's all a lie. Almost everything we've ever been told is a lie. When you start thinking about something and it shows up on your social media feed, like you never verbalize it. And that's what happened to me.
We have been lied to since childhood about literally everything.
Like something snapped in 2020 and never really healed.
I'm a nurse. I live through it. I work through it. people are not the same.
They just want to break people.
What the fuck's happened to this world? I don't know. Since 2020, something has seriously changed because it feels so off to me. I know you can all feel it too, because I can feel it. Okay, and everything just feels so dull. Nothing feels exciting anymore, does it? You know, it almost feels like the life and soul's been sucked out of this world. And all we do is just work. All we do is work. Every day feels the same. It's like we're stuck in a perpetual loop cycle. I mean, it's crazy. It's Christmas next week, yeah? But it feels nothing like Christmas. Even the Christmas songs, they don't hit the same. They don't hit the same. It feels more like propaganda now than anything else. Baby, all I want for Christmas. No. It's not hitting the same. Fuck off. It's the same songs repeated. They're on a perpetual loop cycle. I'm fucked off of it. It doesn't feel the same anymore. Nothing feels the same. And you know what, guys? It feels like we're stuck in a massive transition period, okay? This world is massively changing. 10 years from now, this world is going to be completely...
Feels extremely different since 2020. It feels like we're now on the same timeline or in the same world as other people you may have known your entire lives. You don't find the connection feeling the same. You're a little bit more reserved, and you are very protective of your space, of your peace. Even when you're in crowds or you're around large groups of people, once you get away from them, you find yourself being depleted, like somebody just sucked all of the energy out of you and you have to literally recharge. Like, I miss our old world. I miss the times when nobody cared about who you voted for. They cared about is if you were a good person, if you were fun to be around, if you were funny, if you just was a dope person. People actually could take a joke. Nobody was as serious or as sensitive as people are these days. Family was important. A village was necessary. Now, most people barely even talk to their siblings, barely talk to their family members. I get excited just when I'm outside or when I'm out and about and I actually hear children playing and laughing. For Halloween, I didn't see no trick-or-treaters in my neighborhood, no trick-or-treater. Miss when I used to know everybody in my neighborhood, knowing who the people were up the street, knowing who owned the candy store up the block. Miss when stores were 24 hours. You felt safe.
Does anyone else feel like they're like living in?
Yeah, and that's why I say that whole thing of community is gone. All right, that thing is gone. All right, and the Most High is destroying these holidays. People talk about the holidays. The Most High is bringing these things down, man. Okay, niggas ain't gonna be celebrating Christmas forever, man. Goddamn Halloween. Okay, these niggas ain't tired of dressing up in goddamn outfits. Okay, eating all they goddamn poison. Here, you dress up in outfits to eat poison, man. Okay. Then you look at the foods and the holiday foods, all poison, man, to destroy you. Everything is geared to destroy you. Being the spirit of these holidays is satanic. Is the origin of it is satanic, man. You niggas not gonna be able to continue on in these wicked holidays. The customs of America is over with. The Lord is closing down shop. Okay. It's Yahweh Shema Shah that's behind taking the mirth, okay, from the earth, man, especially here in America, man. The belly of the beast where everything is the worst of the worst. Okay? The people, she was complaining about the people. Well, this is what the American assembly line produces. Okay? America produces these narcissistic, all right, self-centered assholes, man. Okay? That's what America, the assembly line of America produces. Okay? The American product. Okay? Americans are known for having, the worst cars. Okay? the worst foods. You see, the worst women, to where men have to fly out the country just for a woman. But why? Because the American product is the worst product, man. Okay, that's why America has to get most of these things imported. You know, most of the liquors and wines, that sell the most are those not from America, man. Okay, the top selling cars, okay, are foreign cars, man. Your Toyota, Hondas, Nissans. Okay, America just produces the worst product, man. Okay, that's the problem. These are you're complaining about the people, but it's the factory that produces these people, man. You can complain about the product, well, what about the company that makes the product, man? You see? And America is just the worst of the worst. Okay? People come over here and they try to eat the same things that they eat back in their country, man, and they get bloated, gain weight, sick. You see? Because of the additives that's allowed in America, they're not allowed anywhere else. That's another thing, man. What's in the food, man, has people lethargic, and you see, because it's most people have a chemical diet in America, man. You see, that's one of the major things that America produces is chemicals. That's one of the major things that America manufactures is chemicals, man. Okay? So most people have a chemical diet, man. Okay, and that plays a part into depression and anxiety. All right, that's why I call it the SAD, standard American diet. SAD. You just eating destruction. You see? So let's play this some more.
The in between right now, like, the way that you're living in the matrix can't last forever, but you haven't really decided what your next move is. So every day you're just constantly masking and pretending with one foot in, one foot out the door, hoping that like your life's going to get to radically change soon so you don't have to keep faking everything. Or is it just me?
I think the hardest part of having an awakening is the soul exhaustion that comes with it. Because once your eyes are opened, you can't unsee it. Once you see that politics are only an illusion of choice to keep you under control, you can't unsee it. Once you understand that the education system is only to teach you to obey authority and to indoctrinate you, you can't unsee it. Once you understand that the healthcare system is not to make you healthy, it is only to keep you sick. They medicate your symptoms. They do not get to a root cause, and that they've made you believe that anything holistic is snake oil medicine. Once you understand that the food is fake and it's what gets you sick and keeps you sick and gets you into the fake healthcare system, you can't unsee that either. Once you realize that that social security number that was issued to you on your birthday is your employer ID for the Corporation of the United States of America, and that when you go to work to that 8 to 5 every day that drains your soul, once you learn that you've been indoctrinated to believe that the more education, the more money, the more success, the more material possessions, so that you have to continue to work, is all a lie to drain your soul and keep you so unfocused, you can't unsee it. Once you understand all of these things, you still have to participate in the matrix. You still have to feed your family. You still have to pay your bills. You can't exit it, and it's exhausting. You have to walk around and pretend all day long. You participate in a system that you no longer believe in. I can't tell you how many of my friends and I have discussed that we're so sick of this. We just want a piece of land, basic shelter, raise some chickens, bake some bread, homeschool our kids. We no longer want to participate in the system. It's exhausting. And it's all a lie. Almost everything we've ever been taught is a lie. And being forced to continue to live in the matrix is exhausting. It's freeing. You no longer have to worry about the rest of the crap. When you take back control of your own life and know that none of it matters, you just do what you want to do. That's why when I said yesterday, I don't give a damn, I don't give a damn. This is my life. But it's exhausting to walk around with all these other people that don't see it for what it is and pretend that everything's normal.
Now, she had an interesting point, because that's the condition, of the battle, for us, as we awaken to the truth, that's part of our condition of the battle, to have to continue to participate in this society, knowing what we know, and it's a bitterness, you see, to be around these people that have to go to work, act like you care. Okay, you in a goddamn safety meeting, nigga talking about 2035, and you gotta be in there, act like you care, and play the part. Okay, nigga give you a sticker after watching the safety video, man. It's like, god damn, you have to play along out in public. People have, they make these small talk. Okay, it's a bitterness, man. Okay, so you go to Revelation 10:9, and says, and I went unto the angel and said unto him, give me the little book, which is the Bible. Okay, because the Bible just really opens us up to the truth. It opens us up to all the lies of this place, man. The things that we, believed in this world. Okay, the Bible exposes it like no other. Okay, it says, give me the little book, and he said unto me, take it and eat it up, and it shall make thy belly bitter, but it shall be in our mouth sweet, okay, as honey. So coming into, this understanding who we are as a people, understanding the promises, okay, of the forefathers, and, what we got coming, but then we have to still be here. We still have to be in this motherfucker, man. And then we got to participate. Like, we know on a whole nother level. Like, we know we Israelites, And imagine that bitterness, man, knowing that we are the chosen people. All right. And we've been punished for disobedience, man. And we have to deal. We know Esau, Edom is in power. Like, we know, okay, the source of everything, man. So there's a different level of bitterness for us, man. But on the flip side, it's a different level of joy because we have something to live for. We've been attached back to a purpose. You see, we're not hopeless. It's a bitterness that, we have to deal with on a daily basis because things are not how they're supposed to be. But then we have a joy, okay? An unspeakable joy, as the scriptures say. If a brother want to post that, let's get that in John 14:27, and let's get that in St. John, I think 16:33. See, we have a joy, okay, that doesn't come from this world. You see, we know what's to come. We know it's something after this, man. We got so much to look forward to after this, man. And that's a reason to wake up. You see? And only the elect can tap into that, man. The world can't tap into that joy, man, because they don't believe in what we believe. So they can't tap into their joy. So we have this unlimited joy. Because as we see these people complaining and this world coming down, that adds to our joy. You see, the things that make these people depressed, it adds to our joy. You see, the complaining and being, being vexed ain't the end all be all. No, we have something to look forward to beyond this, man. Okay? And then she said, they just want a piece of land and baked bread. See, everybody want to get back to normal. This world is not normal. Okay, this society is not normal. Everybody trying to scratch and claw and get back to normal. Women want to be women again. Okay? Men don't want hoes anymore. Okay? Men want women. You see? Everybody is trying to scratch and claw and get back to normalcy, man. People want peace. People want simplicity. Okay? People want to detach from the devices, man. You got people, you know, they call it a digital detox. Okay? People are trying to scratch and claw and get back to normal, man. And that's the beautiful thing about Yahushua. He's going to bring normal back. Okay? He's going to bring a right order back, man. And brother can get that too. What's that? 2nd Ezra 4, 28 and 29. All right, this is Ezekiel 3:1. It says, moreover, he said unto me, son of man, eat that thou findest, eat this roll, and go and speak to the house of Israel. You know, and that's digesting the scriptures. You know, because before we go and teach, we got to digest this word, get an understanding of this word. You know, then we go teach it unto our people. Okay, so I open my mouth and he calls me to eat the roll, okay, which is to digest the scriptures, man, in our minds, okay? And it says, and he said unto me, son of man, cause thy belly to eat and fill thy bowels with this roll that I give thee. Then did I eat it, and it was in my mouth as honey for sweetness, okay? So when we first eat this roll, you know, some sweetness to it. You know, but then what we have to deal, okay, with what? The bitter. You see? But then after the bitter, you know, hey, because we're coming back into the sweet again. You see? Because things are looking good for us, man. Things are working out exactly how we need them to work out, man. Exactly how we need to work out, man. This is how things are working out. You know, so play some more of this and I'm gonna get the precepts, y'all brothers. You know, post them. Some more y'all brothers precept. Yeah, brothers. Yeah, the 6 month, the 6 month evaluation. You know, you see a 30-minute lunch break. Okay, you work 12 hours and they give you a 30-minute lunch break. Okay, everybody's on lunch at the same time, so you in traffic, looking at the clock. Okay. You see? It's just terrible, man. Okay. You go to the, you know, go to Popeyes and, you know, there's 70 niggas in there at the same time, man. Everybody on a 30-minute lunch break, man. Okay. You got an attitude, you know, ran out of chicken as soon as you get there. It's just terrible, man. Okay. Nah, man, this ain't the play. Okay. But you gotta act like, you know, then you gotta go back to work, act like you care about these niggas, man. Okay. So let's play this some more.
I don't believe any of the bullshit we've learned in school, anything the media tells us, and anything our government tells us. None of it.
I think by now, most of us understand that this is true, that we have been lied to since childhood about literally everything. Like everything that we thought was true, everything we were taught in school, everything we learned growing up, and everything we hear on the news, everything that people believe to be true is just not true. It's all a lie. But the question is why?
I am starting to think less and less that the goal of the propaganda, misinformation, and gaslighting that we get from our administration and mass media it's not anymore about getting followers, voters, and building this movement. I really feel like and it looks like to me that they have switched to intentionally encouraging, fostering, and nurturing a mass psychotic break. Why they would do that, I don't know. But I also have no idea why they've done a lot of the other things that they've done that I wouldn't have thought would happen. But all I can say is the things that I've witnessed and seen and read, like, it sure feels to me like they just want to break people. And I realize, as I'm saying this, I realize how insane and irrational this sounds. Like, I get it. But, I mean,
It's not insane, okay? What's sane is, all right, understanding what it is. Okay, it's not insane what these devils are doing. For understanding what these devils are doing, what's insane is people that continue to participate in it. That's insane. Okay, look at the results that you're getting. Okay, and the generation just keep, each generation just keep repeating the same, okay, mistakes. Okay, doing the same thing, getting the same results or worse. That's insane. Because insanity is doing the same thing and expecting different results. So you people keep doing the same thing and expecting different results. Okay? Niggas go to prison doing the same thing that they uncles and cousins were doing. Okay? Niggas go to prison to die. You doing the same thing. Okay? Women look at their aunties and mothers, these single mothers, and what do? They do the same goddamn thing. They see the results and they do the same goddamn thing. Everybody just do the same goddamn thing, man. That's insanity, man. But this is what this culture pushes people to do. Okay? To repeat the same behavior, let you know it's an enchantment. You see, and that enchantment can only be broken. All right, truly be broken through Yahweh Shai, because these same people that's going to complain, a lot of them are going to take the chip. And see, this is why Esau is breaking them. Esau is breaking them, okay, so they can be desperate for a solution. And the C-HIP is going to stop out. He's going to present the C-HIP in this digital, all right, system as a fix all this complaining that these people are doing. He's going to roll out the digital system as a utopia that's going to fix everything. And most of these people are going to take it. Because what else they got? Okay? They just want to get back to pre-2020. The pre-COVID era. Okay? So let's go here. This is the Brother Desire Sincere Milk. All right? St. John chapter 14, verse 27 said, "Peace I leave with you, my peace I give unto you, not as the world giveth, give I unto you. Let not your heart be troubled, neither let it be afraid." Okay, so we have a peace because it's beyond this world. See, the peace that Yahweh Shai gives us is a hope in the world that he's getting ready to bring. See, Yahweh Shai is coming to wage war against these devils. We have a peace of mind. Okay, we go to sleep knowing that Yahweh Shai is eventually going to come and wage a war against this entire system, man. And that he's going to deliver his elect. We're going to be changed in the twinkling of an eye, and every day we're being groomed to be joint heirs with Yahweh Shai. You brothers, like, that's why you got to tap in to what we're becoming, because the Lord is grooming us to be joint heirs in the kingdom that he's finna bring to the earth, man, in this righteous kingdom that he's finna bring to the earth, man. And he's allowed few of you women to, all right, to begin to prepare yourself to be wives to those men. You see, we got, and this is just the beginning. See, we ain't even started to live yet, man. We're still in training. We're in training, all right, to live. Okay, we've been trained up to live, man. Yahweh Shai is coming back. Okay, so we can live. What scripture say, when Yahweh Shai is revealed, who is our life, man. This is our life now. And there's a joy in Yahweh Shai. Because there's an expectation. You see, these people that trusted in this world, their expectation, it has failed them. They're confused now. Okay? They're in debt now. They're homeless now. People that trust in this man is homeless and in debt now. Traumatized, man. You know, the way that this world, you know, like I say, the way people are just worked to death and completely enchanted all the time and psychological operate. People are traumatized, man. Okay? Women live these loose lifestyles, they're promiscuous. That traumatizes a woman. That does a lot of damage to a woman to be in all these different situations, man. All these different men, all these different DNA. That traumatizes a woman, man. And this devil knows this, man. But he glorifies these things because he wants people confused and broken so they obey, so they can look at him as some type of savior, man. But now, man, we have a peace that doesn't come from this world. Okay? So we have a peace of mind. We're not troubled, okay, by these things that people are troubled by because we have a peace of mind. Okay? So let's go here. This is the brother, let me see. Now put the link in the link for the video. I said this is the beloved brother El Shaquat from down here in the Mississippi camp, GMS dedication. Go subscribe and be edified. All right, so this is the book of 2nd Esdras, chapter 4, in verse 28. All right, another one from the brother Desire Sincere Milk. All right, this 2nd Esdras 4 and 28. It says, but as concerning the things whereof thou asked, I will tell thee, for the evil is sown, but the destruction therefore is not yet come. You know, because it wasn't, because Esdras was asking about the end. Okay, but it wasn't in time for the end, the destruction. Okay, it wasn't time for the Lord to destroy, okay, wickedness, man. But now we're in that time. Okay, wickedness will never be a culture in the earth again. You see, because hey, that's why the Lord gonna have his sons throughout the earth as judges to nip wickedness out in the bud, to nip out wickedness from its roots, man. It never, wickedness will never take root in the earth, man. We're gonna nip it in the bud. Okay, we're gonna be judging situations way before they get to a point of something being a culture. No, this is it. And the boy Bub Double say never, you know. You see, 2nd Esdras 4 and 29 says, if therefore that which is sown be not turned upside down, and if the place where the evil is sown pass not away, then cannot it come that which is sown with good. And see, we understand, you know, that the Yahushua is coming, all right, to turn things upside right. All right, because right now this is the upside down world. Okay, it is a complete upside down world. All right, and one thing about it, it teaches us not to take this place so serious, man. You know, people are disappointed because they have these expectations. We know not to have no expectations in this world, man. Okay, because we understand the rulers of this current world, Esau, Edom. You know, the Bible gives us the insight. Okay, so you know that's the point. You know, just wanted to tap into that this morning. Lord will, you brothers, all right, and you sisters edified once again. We want to give all praise, honor, and glory unto Yahweh by Hashem, Yahushua by Hashem Kakadash, and double honors unto the apostles and the elders of GMS who rule well, teach well, being great examples towards younger brothers. And peace and blessings, salutations to the hopeful Shalom.